When I was a young man, I carried my pack, and I lived the free life of the rover. From the Mary's Green Basin to the dusty outback, how I waltzed my Matilda all over. Then in 1915, oh my country said, son, it's time to stop rambling, there's work to be done. And they gave me a tin hat, and they gave me a gun, and they sent me off to the war. And the band played Waltzing, Matilda, as our ship sailed out of the quay. And amongst all the cheers, flag waving and tears, we sailed off to Gallipoli. How I remember it well, that terrible day, how the blood stained the sand and the water, and how in that hell they called Suvla Bay, we were butchered like lambs at the slaughter. Johnny Turkey was ready, he primed himself well, he shot us with bullets and shot us with shell, and in 5 minutes flat, we were all blown to hell. Nearly blew us right back to Australia. And the band played Waltzing, Matilda, as we stopped to bury our slain. How the Turks buried theirs in a world of blood, death and fire. And for 10 weary weeks I left myself alive, as the corpses around me piled higher. Then a great Turkish shell knocked me arse overhead, and when I awoke in my hospital bed, and I saw what it done, God, I wish I was dead. I never knew there were worse things than dying. No more I'll go waltzing, Matilda, all around the far bush and the free. But to pump, tent and pegs, oh, a man needs both legs. It's no more waltzing, Matilda, for me. So they gathered the crippled, the wounded and the main, and they shipped us back to Australia. The legless, the armless and the blind and insane, them wounded heroes of Suvla. And as the ship pulled into Circular Quay, oh, I looked at the place where my legs used to be, and I thanked Christ no one was waiting for me. But to grieve and to cry and to pity, how the band played Waltzing, Matilda, as they carried us down the gangway. Nobody cheered, they just stood there and stared, then turned their faces away. And now every April I sit on my porch, and I watch the parade pass before me. And I see my old comrades, how proudly they march, reviving all dreams of past glory. And the old men march slowly, their bones stiff and sore, Forgotten heroes of a forgotten war, how the young men they ask, do they ask much for? And I ask myself the same question. And the band plays Waltzing Matilda, and the old men still answer their call. But as the years go, men disappear. Someday no one will march there at all. Waltzing Matilda, and waltzing Matilda, and who come a waltzing Matilda and me. And their ghost will be heard as they march among the billabong. Who come a waltzing Matilda with me.